Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So very briefly this morning, the word I want us to talk about is Yahud. Yahud. Like um, we hear in Surah Al-Ma'un says, Wala Yahudu ala tu'amil miskin. Wala Yahudu ala tu'amil miskin. So at the beginning of the surah, of course, Allah was describing those that call the day of judgment a lie, those that do not believe in the day of judgment, those that deny that we will be resurrected, those that say, basically, the non-Muslims, the non-Muslims that do not believe in the day of judgment or that do not believe in Islam and the likes. So basically, that should gather our interest. We should be interested in this description. And the second description that Allah gives is wala yahudu ala tu'amil miskin. After talking, the description, of course, was talking about the yatim. But the second description is what we want to talk about today. The yahudu ala tu'amil miskin. The root alphabet is ha, dod, and dod. And it was the word was only used 3 times in the Quran, and of course, all 3 times is with respect to the miskin. So, what does Yahud mean? And I guess we'll briefly talk about miskin also. So, very briefly, Yahud or Hadodo is said of if someone is coming down a mountain, going down into the hill, into the valley rather. So, someone is basically trying to be steady and just coming all the way down atop a mountain, how steep or so. That description, the descriptions that the Arabians gave coming down from a mountain in that kind of rushy manner because it's steep is Yahud. So they called it Yahud. And Allah said, Wala Yahudu ala tu'amil miskin. So the translators have it as, and they do not encourage others to feed the poor. The word Yahud is what is said to be encourage. Or some have it as, they do not urge others to feed the poor. But if we go into the classical Arabic meaning of Yahud itself, we find that from this description, what we see is it's not just encouraging. Of course, encouragement is one of the words you can derive from it, and we'll get to that, inshallah, very soon. But the first thing we must note is that the description or what Allah expects of us is not just to see a miskin and just go and give them something. It should be one that is like somebody coming down from a mountain. It should be like, you should be in a haste. We should see somebody that's poor and we should like rush to go and feed them. We should like, if when next we're coming down from a steep mountain or hill or something, we'll get that feeling of just rushing down. It shouldn't be like a bicycle. These days, if there's this hill of charity, we do not even qualify as someone that is climbing up to the top of the mountain. Like the sluggishness of someone that is climbing up to the top of the mountain. We see the hill of charity and we just walk away. We don't even try to even go slow, talk less of going all the way down very briefly. Now, how did urging someone to do charity, how is it derived from this Yahud? Is that if someone is in front of you and you are coming down from the mountain, you are not going to be like, excuse me, can you walk slowly? Can you walk faster and stuff? You are basically going to be pushing them. You're going to be pushing them like, move. I'm falling, basically. So it's that push. It's that hastiness that the word urge or encourage others to do good was derived from coming down the mountain. So the first task is you are already coming down. And then the second task is you are making sure that those in front of you or maybe even those behind you are moving at a faster pace down to the valley, you see. And this is Yahud. Now, who are the miskin? This is one of those words that is such a disservice. I mean, kudos to those that translate it as poor, but if we look deeply at what miskin means, it's a very complex word. So miskin is one of those words that has mim before it as a prefix, and as we've said, we've said in Munafiqun, we've said in Ma'aruf, in a lot of places, and we'll be getting a lot of this mim in a lot of words. Anyway, but again, it is a conjunctive pronoun, and it means that someone that, briefly, it means that someone that does something continuously. And so the real word is sekina. So mim was added to sekina to form miskin. And as we know, sekina is briefly tranquility, and someone being tranquil. And in English, it's interesting that we use tranquilizers to make somebody still, you see. And so sekina, of course, its meaning also, when we say tranquility, is that someone is at peace, is at ease, as if they've been tranquilized, you see. And so, but how does this, how did this come to be translated as the poor? Because there are categories of poverty in Islam. Islam did not just say poor and everything, no. The description of miskin is the person that is poor but would not beg, or you will not even see that they are poor, or you will not even know that they are poor, or they don't even want you to know that they are poor. They are at peace with their state, their financial state, so to say. So this is the miskin. The miskin, of course, there are other descriptions for those that come and beg you and ask you for stuff, but the miskin will not ask you. The miskin will not beg you. This is why they are called miskin. And they continuously do this. This is the reason for the name added to it. They continuously are miskin. They will not beg you. They will not ask of you. You see them wearing the same clothes over and over and over again, and they will not ask you a dime. It's all torn and stuff, and they will not ask for a dime. They just go to their work and do their stuff. I guess in a way, in today's America, I think anybody that earns minimum wage is a miskin. As even if they don't agree that they are miskin, they are miskin. And what this means, at least those that earn minimum wage, even those that earn above minimum wage, some of those that earn above minimum wage can qualify as miskin. But just for this conversation, we'll say the McDonald's guys, the fast food guys are all miskin. Now, what does this mean for you and I with respect to this verse? Allah is describing those that do not believe in the day of judgment. Allah is saying that the folks I'm describing are those that do not believe in the day of judgment. And one of the description is that they do not do yahud to feed the miskin. They are not in a hurry to feed the miskin. They are not working at it. They are not pushing every day, making sure to feed the miskin. And another example would be the refugees at the borders all across America, north and south. Those folks, they are not begging, but they are there and they are starving. And not just all across America, all across the world. They are miskin all across the world. Displaced people from Ukraine, from every war-torn area in the world. Palestine, you know. So these are miskin, and part of the fulfillment of our Islam, of our faith, is that we have to be one that does yahud with the feeding of miskin, with the taking care of the miskin. You see? أَرَيْتَ الَّذِي يُكَذِّبُ بِالدِّينِ فَذَلِكَ الَّذِي يَدْعُو الْيَتِيمَ. That's another, inshallah, that's another day. وَلَا يَحُدُّ عَلَى طَعَامِ الْمِسْكِينِ. You see? So this is what I want us to understand with respect to yahud and miskin, and how important Allah sees it, that Allah has it as one of the description of those that believe in the day of judgment. It is that they hastily work at making sure that the miskin are fed and well taken care of. So that's going to be that for that briefly this morning. May Allah make us one of those that are very eager and encourage others to feed the miskin and take care of the miskin. Allahumma salli wa sallim. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.